All right, friends. So tonight we're going to talk about 5 traits of a leader. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this to my entire team is because I feel like everybody here is already a leader. I feel like if you decided that you wanted to join this business, then you're stepping into entrepreneurship. And in order to do that, then you've got to be a leader. Whether you're leading your own business, your customers, or your team. I think sometimes people think that they're not a leader unless they have a big team, and that's not true. Even if you are a team of one, you still have to have good leadership qualities to be able to run a successful business. So the first thing, and I'm going to keep this super quick and short. The first thing is never stop learning. Like, I have never seen a successful leader not continue to learn. So you just have to figure out what works best for you. Like for me, when I first started doing this, I used to we had a lot of different trainings that were like this, and I just would play them while I was cleaning the house. I wouldn't even watch it. I would just have my phone on like loud speaker, and I would just be cleaning the house and listen to it. So you could do your AirPods. We didn't even have AirPods, when I started. And but that's something that I did. I would even listen to stuff when I was in the shower because I was like hungry for more information. Like I was like, if I learn the most, then I can do this. And so now that's shifted a little bit. Now I'm a lot more ADHD than I used to be. So now my favorite thing to do is listen to audiobooks in the car because it's like I can't do anything but drive. So I am just focused on the road and what this guy is saying. So I'll listen to podcasts or audiobooks in the car. But I definitely think that the person who thinks they don't have anything left to learn is already beginning to fail, because we are always learning. And even if you know everything there is about sales and network marketing, as y'all know, everything's always changing. So, in order to stay on top of things, we have to always be learning. And so, a lot of people are really big on personal development. And so, listening to motivational things on YouTube or even reading your Bible, whatever type of personal development that you like. I do think that's important, but I also like I've learned over time, motivation is not always going to be there. So you have to be disciplined, like, period. So you can try to pump yourself up all day long, but if you don't have the discipline to keep going, it really doesn't matter how motivated or lack thereof, you are. So always be learning. I would just take 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, and devote that to learning something new. And that that will make you irreplaceable. Nobody will be able to be you. Nobody will be able to duplicate what you're doing because they're not going to have the skills that you have. Just that 15 minutes a day, because so many people don't do that. All right, number 2, problem solver. You've got to be a problem solver if you're going to be a leader. So, a lot of times I find myself even catching myself like asking questions, like asking other people questions. And I'm like, oh, I haven't even looked for this myself. And I'll have to like, let's backspace that. And I'm going to Google it myself. I'm going to YouTube it myself. I'm going to try to figure this out myself because that's what a leader does. Okay. And it's nothing wrong with asking questions if you need to ask questions, but try to find the answer first yourself. And what you will gain from that is not only the answer, but the confidence in knowing I've got this. And when other people ask me this question, then I can give them the answer. And you just develop those strengths and an independence of like knowing that I can do this. And most of the time the answers are out there. Like I catch myself all the time. I'm like, hey, when was this special gonna end? Oh yeah, if I zoom in on the graphic, it's got it at the bottom of the graphic. Like, stuff like that. Okay. And so I don't mean to step on any toes when I say that at all. But imagine if you had built a team of 1,000 people. Imagine how many questions you would get. And think about, and this is going to kind of like build into number 4, which I should have put it as number 3, but think about what that would do to you and your time management, you know, when the information is already out there. So be a problem solver. And that's not just about answering questions either, guys. This is about when stuff goes out of stock, when we don't have the acne line, and you're doing your research to figure out what other products that we can provide as a recommendation for people that have acne. Be a problem solver in that regard too. If things are going to go wrong, and because they will at any business at any time, things are going to happen, they're going to go wrong. There's usually 2 different types of people. There's people that say these things in the business are going wrong, and this is why I'm not successful, and this is why my sales suck, and this is why I can't recruit, and this is why, this is why, this is why. And then there's the other people that say, okay, I see an opportunity to solve a problem. What can I do to shift my thinking, to pivot, to make sure that I am still successful in the presence of these obstacles? So always having that mindset of, I'm going to be successful. Sometimes I got to jump through some hoops, but I'm going to meet my goals. I've just got to figure out a different way this time, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. So I am going to go to number 4 now because it makes more sense. So write down number 3 and put build other leaders rather than creating dependency. I can't speak for all leaders, but like for me, and this will actually flow better with the real number 4 now. It's going to work out so good. So I can't speak for all leaders, but for me, I do not want the title of leader. I want all of you guys to be like doing the same or better than me. Like, I am not doing this for accolades. I am not doing this for recognition or anything like that. Like, I want to help you guys be successful. And so, when you take all of that, how can I put this? And this is not like targeting anyone when I say these things, okay, guys? It's just when I sat down and started thinking of leadership skills, these are some things that came to mind. And I want to foster independence in you guys. I want to teach you how to fish rather than getting you guys to always have to come to me for everything, because I don't believe that I really feel like I'm doing you a disservice if I don't teach you the skills to be able to go out and do the things. If I just give you all the answers and do everything for you, all I'm doing is creating dependency. I'm just creating like you thinking that you need me for everything. And in reality, you don't, because I'm not any better than anybody else on this team. So I want to make sure that you guys know that leadership development is hard. It is something that I always struggled with my last company. Like, how can I develop people that want this? But I was asking myself the wrong question, because really, it's not that they don't want it. It's they don't really know how to acquire it. And they think that they need other people to do it, when really they need to look within. So to be a good leader, you have to teach other people to look within and to find that greatness and those strengths within themselves and use those strengths to be successful. Okay. So that was the number 3. We're going to build leaders rather than create dependency. Number 4, this is huge for me. Collaboration over management or dictatorship. So it is more important, for you to learn how to collaborate with others and work well with others. And like we just said, like, help others see the strengths that they have and learn how to collaborate, learn how to use your strengths and work with them using their strengths. And we can all work together collaboratively rather than just being a manager or a dictator. Because, like, that is not a leader, somebody that does this. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, while they sit back and collect. That's not a leader. It's, at least it's not the kind of leader I want to be. So learning how to really like lock arms with your team and go through these things together. You can go through obstacles together. You can go through, okay, guys, we've got a shortage. what can we all do together to make sure that we still hit our goals this month? What kind of like solutions can we create as a team to make sure that we all still hit our goals this month? That is a leader, okay? So, another thing that I always, have heard people say, and I think this is so important, and I'm sure you guys have heard this too, is when when there's like things that you want your team to do, things that you want your customers to buy, things that you want your followers to try, you best be doing it first. You know what I'm saying? You best be doing it first. Like, I'm not going to, oh, everybody best be doing this 10-day sponsoring challenge, and I'm not right there with you doing it too. Now I only made it to day 8, but I'm gonna make up my last 2 days. And I did not give myself a prize for that either. So, but I just want y'all to know that that collaboration, that teamwork, when you look at your team as like a circle and not a pyramid of you're here and they're here, or you're here and your customers are here, or you're here and your followers are here. But look at it as like we are all in this collectively, and what can I do to help them with their problems? Maybe they can help me with something. Maybe my interactive posts are like, y'all, I bite my fingernails every time I get stressed out. Please, somebody help me. And then, and then, what have you done that works? And then next time you have a suggestion, it's like, hey, this is a give and take. We're sisters. We can do this, And it's not so like, why is she trying to help me with my makeup? I don't, And it's like, wait a minute, I just helped her yesterday with something, so it's cool. So I don't know. I'm just trying to use that as an example of it's not always just a team thing. Sometimes you're a leader within your customer base or within your followers too. All right, number 5. I know I'm flying through this, but I promised I would. Number 5, you need to be mission focused. Mission focused is not pharmacy's mission, it's your mission. Your people better know why you're doing this. Your people better know like what it means to you when they purchase from you, or what it means to you when they sign up for your team, or what types of values you have. So for instance, some people, I'm not gonna, let's see, I'm just gonna give a random example. So if Sally Joe comes into this business and Sally Joe was laid off from her job and she's a single mom, and she tells people that she was laid off from her job and she's a single mom, you best believe people are going to support her because they see what her mission is and they want to support that. So let people know what in the world you're doing this for. Why are you here? And if you don't know why you're here, it's okay. Like, sit down and think about it. And sometimes you have to keep asking why again and again and again. Like, for instance, well, I'm doing it because I want to inspire people. Well, why do you want to inspire people? It makes me feel good. Why does it make you feel good? Because when I was a little girl, I didn't have somebody doing that for me. Bingo. That's what you tell. That's what needs to come out, that vulnerability piece. And sometimes you don't know what that is until you keep asking yourself, why? Why do you need more money? Because I want to pay my bills. Why? Because I have a scarcity mindset, because I'm scared because my lights got cut off and I was embarrassed in front of my kids and I can't let that happen again. Those are, look, I'm like with this clip, y'all, but I'm serious. But those are the kinds of things that people really connect with, and they want to support those kinds of causes. So I'm going to go over these real quick. Number 1, never stop learning. Number 2, be a problem solver. Number 3, build leaders rather than creating dependency. Number 4, collaboration over dictatorship and management. And number 5, be mission focused. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to stop recording and see if you guys have any questions.